Welcome to another reaction. Now, think about this. Not only ghosts or monsters and creatures from folk tales can be scary. No. Sometimes the living can be just as creepy. Hence, we're going to be watching 8 most disturbing things caught on doorbell camera footage. Now we get to see the living be creepy. Hope you sleep well tonight.
In April 2021, a woman named Shayla Bryan and her husband were inside their home in North Carolina when their 13-year-old son went outside to walk their dog. As soon as he walked out the door, the Ring camera footage captured a suspicious silver BMW stop in front of the family's front lawn, after which a strange man got out of the vehicle and approached the teenager.
What?
Without even introducing himself, the man asked the boy if he lives in the neighborhood. According to the teenager's mother, she and her husband had taught their son about stranger danger multiple times in the past, but on this particular occasion, the boy appeared to freeze up out of fear. What's most disturbing about the recording is that the man didn't waste a split second to get out of the car and talk to the boy, which suggests he was either prowling around the neighborhood waiting for someone to step out of their house, or he was very familiar with the Bryant family's routine and was specifically targeting the boy. Fortunately, the teenager's father was able to intervene before anything could happen.
What you got to ask my son?
Oh, I was wondering about the airplane noise.
What?
Talking to my son and he got no adult out here. That's kind of creepy.
When the boy's father confronts him, the stranger is forced to think quickly on his feet and blurts out that he was wondering about the airplane noise in the area. Obviously, it doesn't make a lot of sense to be driving around a random neighborhood waiting for a 13-year-old kid to walk out of his house just to ask him a question like that, and the father doesn't appear to buy the story for a second. Shayla Bryant, the boy's mother, mentioned she remained apprehensive after the incident, especially since it was never confirmed what exactly the man was planning to do. The suspect drove off soon after and was never seen again.
Why do people have to be so creepy? I don't think dude was being creepy. I think old dude was trying a thing there. I think he was going to kidnap that kid. That's crazy. You know, you gonna walk up to a kid in a neighborhood and says, do you live in a neighborhood or how long? Why do you ask a kid how long you live in a neighborhood? And another thing too, it looks like the kid probably walks the dog around that time. So old dude was waiting. Oh yeah, he was looking. You see, I told you. You know what I mean? Not just ghosts are creepy. The living can be creepy. Let's keep watching this here, man. This is crazy. Just walk up on a kid, boy.
On July 15th, 2022, a TikToker uploaded this chilling footage of an unexpected visit to her home while she was gone. In it, a disturbing voice can be heard asking to be let in at her house's back door.
The book. Oh, that somebody's played a prank on them. There's a shadow.
The person repeats the words, "Let me in," as they scratch and knock on the back door. The eerie quality of the voice, coupled with the fact that nobody can be seen on screen, led a lot of viewers to come up with different theories as to who may have been at the door. During the entire video, a human shadow can be easily made out in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen, but the person themselves never walks in front of the camera. Some viewers suggested this alludes to the footage being staged. Others, however, think that someone with malicious intent could be targeting her house and urge the user to be careful. To this day, it hasn't been confirmed what exactly this footage shows, and no further updates have been made by the TikTok user.
You better check your ex-boyfriends, because I think your ex-boyfriend I think your ex-boy, I think your ex-boyfriend, one of them, is gonna let me in, scratch, scratch, scratch. It might be staged. However, it could be somebody trying to scare you. You understand? Check your enemy list. Check your enemy list, lady.
In August 2019, a security camera inside a home in Troy, Michigan captured a suspicious man walking up the stairs and looking around the house. Based on his body language, it doesn't look like he knows his way around the home, and that's because he broke in. Although the next part of the incident wasn't caught on camera, a few seconds after walking up the stairs, the man walked into the homeowner's bedroom, where he found her sleeping. Disturbingly, the woman reported that she woke up screaming to the man standing over her bed. The intruder immediately ran out of the house, but even with the footage, police were left with no leads on who this could have been or how he had gotten in. It wasn't until 2 months later in October of that year that the same man was once again captured on camera in another home in Rochester Hills, Michigan.
What the hell? Look at him. It's a peeping Tom. I don't think he's coming to steal anything. He's
In this
coming to do
incident, the
other
man can be
stuff.
seen climbing onto the hot tub and peering through the window for a few seconds before walking away. Although the incident was also reported by this homeowner, the man continued to dodge the police for several months after that. Then, in January 2020, the man made yet another appearance in the area. In this instance, he peered through the kitchen window of a house in Bloomfield Township and hid behind a tree, after which the homeowner received a notification from his home security camera alerting him to the stranger's presence. Even though the first part of the incident wasn't caught on camera, footage of the man walking along the side of the house was later released.
He going on snow, rain, humidity. He's out there, boy. That bumbleclot.
Once again, the intruder evaded the authorities, and it wasn't until a few days later that the police finally made a break in the case. In February 2020, the same man was seen by a cop running from a residential yard in Bloomfield Township in the same neighborhood as the last time he was captured on video. This time, he was arrested, issued a citation and a restraining order, and forced to wear a GPS tether until his court date. The man was identified as 27-year-old Donovan Johnson, and it was later revealed that he worked as a bankruptcy attorney. After he was put in jail and released on bond, there were no further updates on the case. But if he was convicted, it's likely he's still serving time to this day.
Yep, he's a peeping Tom. My man is a bankruptcy lawyer. Oh my God. This is like a... Would that be a white-collar crime? Damn. You seem to have everything and you're still doing that. That's a sickness. That's got to be a sickness, boy. A creep.
In September 2018, a man named Jeff Knoll uploaded a disturbing video to his channel, which he titled, "Man Trying to Enter My Home in the Middle of the Night." In it, a creepy man can be seen approaching the front door of a home and seemingly attempting to find a way in.
Why is he hitting the camera? He's trying to... We already see your face, homie. Bumbleclot you doing there?
At first, the break-in seems pretty non-threatening, but a few seconds later, the man begins pulling on the doorknob and talking to himself.
No, he knocks. The bumbleclot wrong with people.
Some of what he says you can somewhat make out, but most of it is unclear. Before the man can go any further with his break-in attempt, the homeowner calls out from a window and threatens to call the police.
Okay, I was just looking for a dog fighter.
Looking for a dog fight.
Whoa. You know, like that stuff, honey. Okay.
What? We could be friends.
The man gives an almost laughable excuse, saying he was just looking for his dog Fido.
Nah, he's got
He then
creep
tells
written
the
all over
woman
his
that they could
face.
be friends before walking off into the night. The man was never seen again by the uploader, and they still have no idea what his intentions were if he had gotten into the house.
Okay, I had an incident similar to that. I was living like 2 blocks up from where I'm living right now. I was married at the time, and our bedroom was to the front of the house, and there was a busy street going there. Is that 2 lane? Yeah, it's a 2 lane street going there, and we were in there sleeping. It's like 2, 3 in the morning, right? And all of a sudden, on our veranda, on our porch, we hear somebody just cussing and carrying on and all of that. It's like, what's going on, man? You know. So I was like, I got up, opened the door, and there's a man sitting on the porch. I'm like, yo, what are you doing? What's going on here? And he's like, what are you gonna do, man? You ain't gonna do nothing. I said, oh, I'm gonna toss you off this porch here in a minute, you know. And we had just moved up that area there, and we had just moved into this area actually. So you know, this dude started cussing me out. But once I stepped out the door and he realized I was 7 feet tall, he said, he started babbling something, you know what I mean? And he walked off the porch. And I saw that man all the time. He was like the tongue drunk. I haven't seen him in a while. I haven't seen that dude in a long time. I wonder if he's still around, you know what I mean? But yeah, man, I almost had to like pick him up and toss him off the porch, man. People are creepy, man, especially when they have that liquid courage in them.
This terrifying footage was captured in April 2023 in Connecticut. At 9:30 a.m., a man was recorded walking up the front door of a house wearing an orange vest and holding a package in his hand. As soon as the homeowner opens the door, things get disturbing pretty quickly. To make himself seem more genuine, the man pretends to read an address on the package as the homeowner makes his way to the door. But little did he know, the man wasn't there to deliver a package.
He was there for pickup.
Unless this is for you.
Oh, God. Oh, he had a getaway car and everything.
In an attempt to confuse the homeowner, the man tries to give him the package, but when the owner hesitates, the suspect immediately pulls out a weapon and tries to back the owner into his house. However, the homeowner pushes the man away before retreating into his home. After the armed man ran away, he was identified by police as 37-year-old Xavier Otero and was arrested at a family member's house in nearby Hartford, Connecticut. Otero was promptly charged with home invasion, threatening, criminal possession of a firearm, and criminal attempt to commit unlawful restraint. During the investigation, the cops learned about an alleged plot to take part in a home invasion where the occupants of the home were going to be restrained with zip ties and robbed at gunpoint. The suspect also mentioned something about possibly invading a second home in Manchester, Connecticut. While executing a search and seizure warrant on the home where they found Otero, police said they found approximately 1.1 kilograms of drugs and other items commonly used in the operation of a drug factory. In the same room, the cops found a bag full of heavy-duty zip ties. Shortly after Otero's arrest, police also took the driver of the truck into custody and charged it with conspiracy to commit home invasion and conspiracy to commit unlawful restraint. A month after these arrests, a third suspect was taken into custody, where he was identified as the mastermind behind the operation and promptly sentenced to prison. As of now, all 3 suspects are still in jail.
I wonder what is the mindset to think you're going to sit there and plan a robbery. You're going to plan to go into somebody's house, tie them up, point weaponry at them, and take this stuff. You know, I guess because I'm not sort of a goody two shoes per se. What is the mindset? I know a lot of people get away with it, but what are you thinking? Somebody's going to get hurt. Either you're going to get hurt or they're going to get hurt, and somebody's going to end up either gone or gone to jail. What is the mindset here? It's like a lose-lose situation. So many people try this and so many people don't succeed. What makes you think you're the mastermind? Obviously, he's not a mastermind. Look how he tried to get into those people's house and then run after he got pushed. What is the logic here,
This eerie and confusing footage was captured by a homeowner's Ring camera one night in August 2023 in an otherwise peaceful neighborhood in Bowling Green, Ohio. In the footage, a masked man can be seen ringing the doorbell and immediately running away.
Bumbleclots going on here.
Initially, the incident appears to be a pretty lame ding-dong ditch attempt, which almost every homeowner has been the victim of at some point or another. But looking closely at the footage, you'll notice the man never actually ran away.
No, he's standing there. What the rascalot? No, that's
While the man
bloody
stood
creepy.
in the middle of the street staring eerily at the door, the homeowner made his way down the stairs after being woken up by the sound of the doorbell. As soon as he saw this figure just eyeing him down in the middle of the street, he called the cops. The next day, Bowling Green police posted the video on Facebook, asking the man's neighbors to help identify the masked intruder. And it didn't take long for other residents of the area to complain that they had been through similar incidents in the days leading up to the uploading of the video. Following the incident, the man was never identified by police. His intentions are still unknown.
You notice there's a theme here. He's never been identified. He's never been identified. Do they ever catch anybody? I mean, I don't live too far from Bowling Green, Ohio, neither. I'm pretty close to there.
Rainy morning in 2020, a Ring camera captured a woman walking up to the front door of a house and ringing the doorbell repeatedly.
And why is her mouth open wide? Is she yawning or is she just... Is her mouth open? What the bumbleclot is that? Her mouth is just... Why is her mouth open like that?
Strangely, the woman keeps her mouth wide open almost the entire time. But it's unclear if this is due to the influence of drugs, or maybe if it's a symptom of potential illness. After a few seconds of waiting, the woman turns around and leaves. The fact that she can be seen apparently putting her fingers in her mouth as she turns to leave suggests that she might have been in pain, a theory that was echoed by several viewers in the Reddit thread where the clip was originally posted. Other viewers suggested the woman might have been sleepwalking as a result of some powerful sleep medication. But because the clip was captured at 6 a.m., it's also possible that she had been wandering around all night. However, it remains unclear if the woman was genuinely asking for help or if she was possibly planning to do something else entirely.
No, that was really
This
creepy.
footage was captured at around 1:35 p.m. on October 16, 2018 in Alberta, Canada. According to the homeowner, he received a motion alert from his Ring camera while he was at work. Because it was unusual for him to have visitors in the middle of the day, he immediately activated the live view feature, and that's when he saw this.
He saw the camera. It's not deterring him, even though he's seen the camera.
At first, he mentioned how he didn't think there was anything strange going on, seeing how the visitor was dressed similarly to most utility and telecom workers in the area. But after the man began banging insistently on the door and peering through the window into the house, he immediately became suspicious.
Was he trying to have his way with the door? Wow, he's got his tools with him. Wait a minute. He's signaling to somebody.
After prying at the door with a glove to avoid leaving fingerprints, the man motions to his accomplice to come to the door, and that's when things get even more disturbing.
It's an old dude. Doesn't he have one of them intercom things on that ringtone to be like, "Can I help you, sir?"
Get away from the door.
Oh, there we go. There we go.
While the man in the Yankees cap acts as a lookout, the man in the vest uses what appears to be a large screwdriver to violently pry the door open and break in. After managing to get the door partially open, the homeowner manages to activate the two-way talk function and makes his presence known. After the video was made public, the homeowner was interviewed by local police about the incident. The video was then posted to Facebook, where many neighbors and nearby residents claimed to know who the two men were. However, it was never confirmed if the two suspects were apprehended. Based on what was captured on video, the two men were most likely planning an armed robbery. But with no further context, it's impossible to know if that's really what they had in mind or if they planned to do something worse. As of this upload, there have been no further updates on the incident.
The constant theme of this is no further updates. No further updates. So, as we all know, there's not just ghosts and creepy monsters lurking out there. There's also creepy human beings come to your doors in the middle of the night or even early morning, like phantoms trying to break in, trying to peep in, or just lost. Crazy. That's it for today. Come back again next time, when you'll understand that if you like the darkness, this is the place for you.